Welcome to the next episode of the Mighty Fun Quest. Today, we're going to be going on a little adventure to Toys on the Island Toy Show. Toys on the Island Toy Show, Jess and I are going to be vendors there. And we have 3 tables, so let's make some money. Also, on top of that, we like to go hunting, so we're going to go hunt for some treasures that we're both looking for, and maybe even just find new things that we didn't even know we're kind of looking for, and we're like, man, this is cool. So come on that adventure with us, and let's go. Let's enjoy the video. All right, and we start off the day before the toy fair, setting up. I think our table looked really great. We had a lot of selection of different vintage and new toys, and I love what Jess did here. It was kind of like build your own Polly Pocket. So cool. And again, I love displaying all the different kind of He-Man figures. So into that. Of course, I love to take a walk through just before the toy show opens, and let's see if I can find anything super cool. Of course, I am keeping my eyes out for Sega Saturn games now that I am a Sega Saturn owner. I really love that Ghostbusters sweater. It was too small for me, but I do wish I could fit it. Okay, so this TMNT plushie, so into it. I really want the big size one, and also my favorite turtle, Donatello. Of course, looking for video games, I come across Atari 2600 games, and I'm always looking at them. I want to build my collection bigger. I see Cubert here for $5, and I just can't pull the trigger. I just miss the old days when you could buy Atari games for like $1. But now I'm looking at this and I'm like, oh, $5. And I shouldn't be old man like that, but I just am. And here is some Pogs. Oh, Jess is going to be so excited. Jess is building a Y2K 90s room, and we don't have Pogs. And Pogs are really hard to come by. You don't generally see them. And this is such a big bin of slammers and different types of Pogs, and there were some Nintendo ones in there too for $10. So I snatched this up, brought this over to our table, and I knew Jess, her eyes just glue when she saw how big of a bin this was of Pogs. There were even some sealed ones. Now, I'll tell you what, they are hockey, but sealed Pogs nonetheless. We may sell those ones and just let those ones go, but we'll see.
Whoa. Okay,
All
this
right.
is so sick. Thank you.
This kid came the night before while we're doing setup. I think he was with another vendor, and asked, and well, they saw that we had tons of Pokemon and plushies and Nintendo toys and stuff like that. Do you have Pokemon cards? And I'm like, well, I guess I have Pokemon cards at home in this bin. They're from my childhood. I've also bought a few packs here and there just for funsies. And I was like, sure, I'll bring them over. Come, you can take a look, see what you have. Let's do a trade, whatnot. And I open up his binder of different Pokemon cards, and I see he's got, I would say, quite a few fake Pokemon cards. But still, I saw that one Pokemon card, and I thought it was really cool. It's like this weird cross mix of like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon of the 3 Kanto starters, final evolve forms. They're really cool. I really like it. I really like the card. I put it in my cabinet. I like the design of it. But I guess other people caught wind I had Pokemon cards, and so people started coming in droves. I tell you, they're like looking through them, wanting to do trades, buying them. And I'm not a complete idiot when it comes to Pokemon cards. I have an app that tells me pricing, and so I know I'm not going to be losing out, but I'm also not looking to become like a millionaire. I'm not looking to make top dollar off of these cards. I also gave a few cards away for free, and just like some people are like, oh, well, those cards are this much, I'm not going to buy them. I'm like, no, man, just, you know what, just take them. They're all yours. I'm cool with that. I love when this happens. This guy saw Pokemon cards, he saw I was doing some stuff, and he just brings a box. And it's like, and I'm like, are you looking to sell this? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, dude, absolutely. Let me take a look. I love this. This happened at the last toy fair that I was at for Toys on the Island, and it happened again. And I just love rummaging through boxes and seeing what they have and trying to make out some sort of deal. Usually people, when they bring this stuff, they just want to let it go. Now, I saw these figures. They're nothing in this box I feel like was official, especially the figures and the little Lego brick things. I know those were not official, but I thought they'd be cool table fillers. I don't have to ask very much for them. I thought it would be kind of cool. They're also honestly really high quality figures, so I wasn't mad about it. Now the Pokemon cards, I was a little I backed away about those. At this time I'm not really into selling Pokemon cards, but I did think that they might be on the fake side. But I'm just not a professional to be able to tell right away, so I didn't want to buy them and just lose out on this money, and I couldn't pull the trigger. I knew someone else that knows more about Pokemon cards at this toy show could definitely get a sweet bargain from him. Alright, so this kid, amazing, goes, hey, can you sign my Pokemon card here? He's getting different signatures from different vendors, and I'm like, yeah, absolutely, I can do that. So I had my little shine of Hollywood here, and I signed on the card, gave them my signature, and they were very happy about it. I thought it was super cool. If you ever see me in person, if you want a signature, I'm always here. I'll give you a signature. I don't care. I'll sign something. I'm not famous, but it was fun. I thought it was cool. Going to Hollywood, I am. Thumbs up. Wade, the guy that we do shows with, he is into comic books. And so when he likes to go adventure and try to do some shopping, maybe add some new stock, or he's looking through and just taking a look for his own personal collections, I'm helping at his table, selling some comics. I think it's kind of fun and neat. I like to look at them as well and see what he's got. Jess and I are going to go out onto the floor and let's see what we can find. Oh my god, this Pokemon plushie, Geodude, we should have picked this up. I'm watching this video back and I'm like, oh my god, we didn't grab that? I wonder how much he was wanting for that. And I'm hoping at the next toy show that will be there. That is such a cool plushie. You never see a Geodude Pokemon plushie. This vendor was very interesting. There was some boxed stuff here. There was some boxed controllers. There was boxed memory cards. There's this Dr. Mario amiibo here. Now, Jess and I are not really into amiibo collecting or into purchasing them and generally, so kind of passed on this, but I believe actually Wade picked this up, which is pretty cool. Down below, I was like, it was too much to look at. I was like, Dreamcast sealed? Now, the sealed Dreamcast, this memory unit was only $20, sealed, never opened. But the sealed Dreamcast was totally out of my price range, totally out of my budget. So I had to pass on that. And I have a Dreamcast, so not too much of a hit. So I'm going to apologize right now. This footage, I didn't realize I recorded it and it was so bad. And my GoPro wasn't recording either. So basically, the guy that gave me a deal on the Sega Saturn from the last toy show was like, hey man, I only have one game for the Sega Saturn, and it's a game I'm looking for. It is Tomb Raider. And the case, bit busted, not a big deal. Sega Saturn games cases are generally always busted, but gave me a sweet deal on it, and thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for watching the video. Much appreciate Sega Saturn deals, especially on games I don't have yet, and I will continue to look through and try to find. Okay, so this guy's table was really cool. It was a small little table, but had some interesting like horror figures and Godzilla, and some of this Godzilla stuff was awesome. This figure, I don't know, buyer's, what is it? It's not buyer's remorse, I didn't pick it up. Oh, did you hear that sound? Oh my god. I should have picked this up. That Godzilla, that sound that Godzilla makes is so nostalgic for me. And I do really want to get a Godzilla figure for the game room. I really want a really big one, but at some point, I think something like that would be so cool. I just love that Godzilla sound. It's so nostalgic. And because I feel like me and my brother at some point definitely had some sort of Godzilla figure like that made that sound. Again, some of these boxes, look at this art on this Godzilla figure. I almost really wanted to get this too, just for the art of the box. I love the design of it. It's so cool. Bins. I love rummaging through bins. Give me a bin of old vintage toys. I'm going to start going through it, and I want to see what I can find. I saw this Thundercat action figure, and it got me a little, man, should I collect Thundercats? They're like, no, I can't do that. I already went through my He-Man phase, and I'm not over He-Man per se, but I'm not hardcore collecting for it right now. And I really did like that Thundercat figure, but no. Just saw this Tiger Electronic Gauntlet, thought it was so cool, and we didn't actually end up picking it up. Jess was like so hardcore, definitely gonna grab this, definitely gonna purchase it, but actually, I think we kind of forgot because we wanted to do a round before we went back to grab it, and I think Jess forgot to grab it. So when she watches this video, I think she's gonna be a little sad. Crazy to see some really expensive N64 games here. I think that's one console I would love to pick up the more uncommon games for, would be for the Nintendo 64. Bins, man, bins! I know these are kind of like, in quotations, scrap toys, but you can find the best stuff. Just the best, coolest toys in these bins sometimes. Some things that just bring you back, and usually they don't want too much for it. I have found like Z-Bots and scrap bins. I have found Mario figures. I have found Pokemon. You just never know what you're gonna find. Oh, and of course, I'm on my Godzilla kick right now and just found this awesome vintage Godzilla figure. So cool. Doesn't make the sounds, but the style of it is just what drives me crazy. So the vendor that was selling the Sega Dreamcast and the box and the VMU had the 3D control pad for the Sega Saturn, and I just, he was priced at $150, and I just couldn't say no. I couldn't say no, and they were able to give me a deal on this and selling it to me for $125. He opened it up for me, took a look, showed me that it's basically brand new. Now, it has been open, it has been used before, but the bag and all the wrapping and everything was in there. Oh my god. if this could be a holy grail dream controller for the Sega Saturn, like the best deal you could ever find, this was the deal. This was the deal right here. This was incredible to find the 3D Sega Saturn controller in box. Online, you're looking at $125 for this controller by itself. But got the box, made my day. Thank you so much, this vendor. And there you have it. Another toy show over. But next one, coming springtime, around the corner, gives Jess and I time to, restock our table, get prepped, and make sure we're ready for the next toy show. Super exciting stuff. Like finding a 3D control pad for the Sega Saturn boxed, basically brand new, on such a sweet deal. I had to grab this. I'm so thrilled. Having that video and that thought process of a holy grail to then owning one and now collecting games for it. I only got 3 games, and of course adding Tomb Raider makes that 3, but the game collection only keeps growing. The game room only gets bigger. I'm excited that this mighty fun quest doesn't end and it keeps on going. So, love you guys. I hope you guys really did enjoy this video, and let me know, have you been to a convention recently? Put down in the comments down below if there is something that you found that was so cool. I want to hear about it, because I think this was the really cool moment for me, and I know Jess's really cool moment was the Pogs. So have a good one, and I'll talk to you guys later. See you in the next video.